Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and another quick video of a new piece to the collection, a Marathon CSAR or Chronograph Search and Rescue. Now, these watches have always interested me because they are military watches. They are watches issued to military pilots, helicopter pilots, so on and so forth. They are very cool, very rugged and heavy duty, yet have some really nice features. So let's go over this watch real quick. It is the CSAR, and this particular one I got is on rubber. This is not the stock rubber. This is an isofrane style strap. The movement in this is a ETA Valjoux 7750, and it has the Inca Block shock absorber. I think it's got the normal 48 hours power reserve. This is stainless steel 316L, and it is a heavy chunker of a watch. I think it comes in at like 168 head only. So you do need some really good straps. It is 18 millimeters thick, 54 lug to lug, and you gotta be careful here because these are the physical external lugs, and then there's strap pins that are inside. Drilled lugs, awesome feature for a tool watch. It has 22 millimeter lug width and sapphire glass. You have 120 click bezel, and it is nice and tight. I would rate this probably just a smidge below in terms of how tight and kind of action wise this is than my Seal Omni Diver. Very nice and tight. Everything lines up. Position markers are great. It has day and date. There is your running seconds, your chronograph 30-minute timer up here at the top, and 12-hour counter down here at the bottom. You'll notice this has a centralized chronograph hand, and it's got tritium markers on all of the hour markers. The hour hand and minute hand also have tritium, but the smaller subdials have Miraglow, or their Super Luminova equivalent, along with the pip at the 12 o'clock. So all in all, it's great. This is I've had Marathon G-SARs before, as you can see on the channel, but I always felt they were too small in diameter for how chunky they were. And you can see here, majority of this is like case, and then equivalent is this monster crown, which I love because the crown, or sorry, not the crown, the bezel allows it to be so much easier to use. And I use my timing bezel all the time. I feel like it's probably the fastest way to do a time for any event. But I did want to get a chronograph because I did have an Omega Planet Ocean chronograph at one point, and it was a great watch, but it just didn't vibe. It was just too heavy, and I think that was closer to like 20 millimeters for the newer gen, 46 millimeter Planet Ocean. But anyway, so this one's one I got, and it's got beautiful thick knurling on this monster crown. You got your normal positions, and again, I'm not going to go through. This is a standard Valjoux 7750. What's cool is it does have screw down pushers for the chrono. You can see the chrono hand moving, and that gives you hundredths of seconds, and then reset. And these screw down features are some of the best I think I've ever felt. Like the Omega didn't feel this good. It wasn't as easy sometimes to open the Omega one. And so I kind of like these. These are nice, and like even if it's on wrist, you can just like roll it back and lock it. This is also 300 meters rated depth rated for diving, if you will. So it's totally possible to do that, which is pretty crazy. This watch has a depth to it, and I think the depth has to be there because of the tritium tubes on the hour hands. So you need clearance, right? So you can see here, each of these has a tritium tube on it. And then there's kind of like 3 layers of the dials. So you have these sub dials, which are inset. You have the main dial, and you can see the radiation logo, Marathon. And then you've got tritium on here on the hour hand, tritium on the minute hand, and amazingly, the minute hand tip reaches the mark on the outside track, which is great, as does the chrono hand. And yeah, I mean, it's a great watch. I've owned this for about a month. It has one kind of requirement, if you will, in that you need to have a beefy strap on it, or the bracelet, which I didn't want to do to increase the weight, but you need to have a beefy strap on it to hold it in place. I don't like watch heads moving, and because this is a very heavy head for the watch, of a watch I should say, it tends to move around. The nighttime visibility on this thing is amazing. Tritium is so cool, and sometimes you wonder why isn't it standard on all, but I am a Luminova fan. I am the custom blend of lumen that all these other companies use, but tritium's different. It's just always on, and it's not that bright at all during the day, but at night, once you're adjusted to light, it is amazing to see perfect hour hands. In fact, you can see the dial beautifully. One other cool feature on this watch is the 12 o'clock tritium tube is actually orange and not green like the rest of them. So that way you get a differentiating, it's a orange probably for visibility at night, but also to kind of give you an orientation of like which way is the watch, and that's your 12 o'clock. Otherwise, great watch. Awesome addition to the collection, and it's another tool watch that I'm gonna wear probably on the weekends and during certain events. It's nice, it's comfortable. I'm going to put it on my wrist real quick to kind of give a wrist check, or wrist shot I should say. I've got 7.3, 7.35, 4 depending on the day, inch wrists, and let me just put it on real quick so you can see kind of how it looks. And again, you're gonna have somewhat of a, it'll look a little bit different as there you go. So yeah, you can see it wears well. It's properly planted on a strap like this. It doesn't move, there's no shake, and it's seated. It's firmly seated, feels good. Everything's easier to move. You can unscrew the crown if you want to change your date. Pushers, no problem. So comfortable watch, and yeah, another great addition. So once again, just a quick overview of the Marathon CSAR. Please like and subscribe. As always, I'm happy to help with questions in the comments. I feel like I've helped a lot of people with their watch journeys, and I will continue to do so. So talk to you guys later.